Hello everyone. In previous class we have studied about the purchasing power parity theory and the interest rate parity theory. In today's class we are going to study about the international Fisher's effect. In short we are calling it as IFE. So this particular theory will connect the purchasing power parity theory and interest rate parity theory. So purchasing power parity theory says inflation difference between the countries adjusted in the exchange rate, whereas interest rate parity theory says difference in the interest rate between the countries adjusted in the exchange rate. So IFE, International Fisher's Effect, it is, there is a typing error. International Fisher's Effect theory by the Fisher connects both the theories. It says difference between the nominal interest rate is because of the difference in the inflation, but real rate would be equal in any international market. In this particular theory, we are going to consider the nominal interest rate as well and the inflation effect as well. So for example, India and US, let's say two countries where the nominal interest rate is 10%, in US it is 4%, and in India the inflation is 7% and in US is 1%. So inflation will adjust the difference between the interest rate. So the real rate of return will be same in any of the country in the same time. So Fisher through this theory says across the economy real interest rate should be equal. The difference in the nominal interest rate is because of the difference in the inflation rate between the countries. So the nominal interest rate difference what is there, that is because of the inflation differences, and the real rate of return what is there. So as you can see, real rate of return means the nominal interest rate or the nominal return minus the inflation. So that is called as real rate of return. So that should be equal in any of the countries, okay, at the same time. Nominal return of country A minus inflation rate of country A is equal to nominal return of the country B minus inflation rate of the country B. So in our example, 10% minus 4% and 7% minus 1%. So both should be a 6% and 6%. Real rate of return in both the countries should be the same. So by considering these aspects, we can decide the exchange rate. Okay. So the inflation will adjust the advantage in the interest rate. So this is what said by the International Fisher's Effect in short. Okay. In reference book and all, in detail informations are there. You can read and understand that one. We'll go for the pure expectation theory. So what is pure expectation theory? This theory is based on the investment in the bonds. Okay. It is one of the theory in terms of the structure of the interest rates. Okay. Structure of the interest rates. There are a lot of theories. So pure expectation theory is one of that. This theory says bonds of the different maturities are perfect substitutes. Okay, either invest in 1 year bond for twice or 2 years bond at once, ultimate results would be the equal. So either you invest the 1 year bond for two times. Okay, once the 1 year bond is matured, once again you invest in another 1 year bond immediately, or invest in 2 year bond at once, the effect or the return would be the same. To get a more benefit, investing in a short term or investing in a long term doesn't matter at all. It will give you the same return. So either you invest in a short term for many times or invest in a long term for one time, then the ultimate return or the net return will be the same. So here is an example. Invest $10 in a 1 year bond and buy another 1 year bond after the maturity of that bond. Invest $10 in a 2 year bond and hold it for the 2 years. So here is the result. So invested 10 years, interest rate is 1, total after a year is $11. Reinvest once again here. After 1 year, obviously the return will definitely change. The interest is, let's assume it is 11% per annum. So the return is 1.21. The total after 2 years is 12.21. So in the examples where we are holding the bond for 2 years, invested $10 plus interest at a 10.5% per annum, and at the end of the first year we got 10 into 10.5%, that is 1.05, plus for second years the interest which we have got, once again we are going to reinvest, that's what compounding. So in the second year 10 plus 1.05 reinvestment of the interest which we have got into once again 10.5%, that is 1.16, nothing but 2.21. Okay, so after 2 years the total we will get 12.21. The net returns in the short term bonds which is invested for 2 times and the long term bonds which is invested 1 time, the net return is the equal. So this is what the pure expectation theory. So we have done with the unit 4. If any confusions you can raise in the Google Classroom.